Hello and welcome back. Today I am going to be attempting to Nuzlocke Pokemon Run and Bun, which is considered by many to be the hardest Nuzlocke ever done. I am neither an expert nor am I a novice, so we'll just have to see how this goes. Here you have to choose a starter, which are actually the Sinnoh starters, and they have their hidden abilities. I note that this is based on Gen 8, so Piplup does have Defiant rather than Competitive, which I think is a big disappointment. Getting Shell Armor and Iron Fist are much more invaluable, but since this is my first attempt, I think I'm gonna have to go with Turtwig, which with its early game power and Shell Armor ability is the most consistent option. This week the nickname is Kofra. Can I actually remember where the letters are, please? Little Root Fishing, 40% for Surskit, 20% for Lotad, 20% for Finneon, 20% for Temple. I think, in my understanding, Surskit is probably the best and Finneon's probably the worst. This then is Nuzlocke by the water patches. Yes, it counts as being in the same area. Let's see, we have a Temple. I'm pretty sure if I try to chip this down, it just dies. Let's Run and Bun, by the way. It's a ROMhack that's generally considered to be one of, if not the hardest Nuzlockes. I suspect something like the original Crystal Kaizo, not Crystal Kaizo Plus, is more difficult. I only know of one person who has ever done that. I guess her name is Frigg. Here is Bunnelby. I have never used one of these in my life. Yes? Need to name a Pokemon after you? I guess I could. Have you ever used a Spinda? I have not. There is actually a trainer coming up that uses one, and it's kind of a nightmare because it has Metronome, and Metronome is obviously very luck-based. There's no way to prepare a safe line against it. Guess we can name this Neon. Alright, and then I'll get an encounter tier, which there are a lot of good options. I think Growlithe is the best. Sizzlipede. Not bad. Okay, does this thing survive an Absorb? Looks like it definitely survives an Absorb. Wimball, probably because I was able to chip it down. One thing about naming Pokemon after chatters is if the Pokemon dies, I would feel bad. Zoilus. Am I spelling this right? This is plus attack minus speed. Starter is guaranteed 331s. HP, attack, and special attack, not bad. High defense and special defense. Definitely on the slower side. Break is minus defense plus speed. Not great IVs, I have to say. Bunnelby is minus speed plus defense. Fairly good IVs aside from special attack, but I don't think Bunnelby really uses that. Sizzlipede, neutral nature. Really well-rounded IVs, though its physical bulk isn't great. So this is the first trainer. We'll start with a Poochyena, which can add speed and Oko with Bug Bite. It's going to get up with quick attack, but that's fine. And that should probably hang on. That brings me down to, let's say, 32 HP. The question is, what percent of Sizzlipede's current HP is I'm not actually sure whether this beats Lilliput or Rockety. Honestly, I think I can just figure out what I'm doing either way. I don't think it matters too much. A Spider can definitely be annoying. Seems like basically everything I have can at least handle the Lilliput. Even Turtwig, which is weak to wing attack, can handle the Rockety. Just go. I mean, I think I can afford to. Start off with a Bug Bite. Take a quick attack. It's a crit. Should be fine. Question is whether that did enough damage to be in Rockety next, or is it just Lilliput? It's just Lilliput. So we'll bring in Kafra. Or actually, I should just stand and Bug Bite again. I thought Juniper is your favorite Juniper. Not sure how I feel about that. It's all like you're not thinking right now, it's just you're not thinking this completely sure. Okay, how much damage can a critical hit wing attack do? 20 damage. I'm above 20 HP. It should be fine to just Ember. Need a crit, I'm Spider, I need to switch out now. Best option is probably Neon. The attack. I'm not swaggered. And can I just knock this out with a quick attack? I think so. That's the first battle done. Pretty easy. Alright, next trainer. This guy has bugs. Is there any reason I can't just get away with spamming Ember on Sizzlipede? This does have Spark, which could paralyze me. Plus they have their own Sizzlipede. And I may as well just send it. I have Timble for the Sizzlipede. Rates later on are definitely good to more planning. I'm just gonna Ember. This may or may not OHKO. It does OHKO. Should bring in Sizzlipede. Never mind, it's just Pineco. Will that just become sturdy? I guess they just Ember again. That creates Oranberry. Shouldn't do too much. What if I got 5 natural traits? That still wouldn't do much. Just knock out another Ember, in comes there's Sizzlipede. I guess I can steal its Oranberry, that's Bug Bite. I'd see any reason not to. I guess I can use Wrapped. If it does use Wrap, then I'm potentially in trouble. So yeah, let's just switch to Frigg. Use Bubble, they should chunk it down. Activates its Oranberry. This can do to me 15 damage. Even if this doesn't knock it out, it does. Alright, second trainer down. I suppose I should figure out what I'm doing for this next fight. Lead with Skiddo. I should probably lead with Sizzlipede again. I can just knock it out with Bug Bite. And that beats Layout Speed and out-damage both of them, so I think that just beats in Litleo. In which case I should probably switch to Tinful and just Bubble. Then comes this Psyduck, which I should be able to deal with Turtwig. I think I forgot to heal. Or did I? I did not. Okay. Man. Bug Bite. Speed is down. Get Slumber that does nothing. Set up in the meantime. Question is, do I still 2-hit KO it? It's Bug Bite into Bubble. I do actually. So I probably should. Bug Bite again. It's a quick fork, that's fine. Switch to Frig. But does a chunk, but then it should go down to a Bubble. And comes Psyduck, which I'm guessing is going to Psywave. This Bubble Beam can only deal 5 damage at most. I guess that's probably a roll. Highest damage I can deal is, what, 10 or 11? So it should be fine to stay in. I can use Echoed Voice. Is it Psywave? Did that just do max damage? I think it did. It shouldn't be fine to just Echoed Voice again. It's Orange Berry. There's another Psywave, which I tanked. Then switch to Alfred. That's probably another Psywave. I should just be able to finish it off with an Absorb. Looks like ads are starting in a few minutes. So that's my best lead into Swirlix. Turtwig? I think I just need to give everyone boring berries and hope for the best. No real way to make a foolproof plan on this one. It's time for the first major RNG check of the run. Hopefully my luck isn't too bad here, or we might be looking at an early reset. I could lower its stats, but I'm pretty sure I just want to take it out as soon as possible. Yeah, I just absorb. I was going for Fairy Wind. What are my starters? This game's starters are Sinnoh starters with their hidden abilities. So Turtwig with Shell Armor, Pinchar with Iron Fist, or at least I'm not sure whether it gets Iron Fist utterly, but it will get Iron Fist. And Defiant Piplup. Each have their own. Oh gosh, here comes the metronome. Flake. I guess just using Fairy Wind again. And then comes the Spinda, which I may as well stay in on, and pretty healthy. My best move on it. Bite. It has Fake Out, I forgot about that. Avoid Change. I don't think there are any battle effects for that to do anything with. Again, I don't think that does anything. Probably a good thing I didn't try to lower its stats then. Rage use heals for so much. Bone Club, that's not very effective. I should pull out Fire Blast or something. I had to say something. Okay, Coffer is still alive. And Burns. I think I need to switch out at this point. It was my best option, so I left. Crash. I did a chunk. I think I can just... Wait, does this have speed? I had speed. I should be able to knock it out. Okay. Metron trainer defeated with no losses. Scatterbug. I believe that's good. The question is, can I safely chip this down? With one shot maybe? How most does it get at level 5? Heckle, String Shot, Stun Spore, so it can't do a whole lot to me. Exploding, let's flap. Stun Spore is annoying, but should be fine. Lowering its HP and accuracy. Alright, that should be fine. Go ahead and Pokeball. And let's call it... Now, what am I naming this? Bingo. It might have Compound Eyes. It does, nice. My special attack is rough, I'm pretty sure. Stun Spore is 90 accuracy in the game. That Compound Eyes, that's guaranteed. Rickety, that's pretty good. Fletchling also would have been nice, but... Rickety is probably better. I should be able to just Stun Spore this. Just... There we are. Tricina? Badu. Alright. I should be able to use Absorb twice, guaranteed. Reserve's rate, good. I think it depends on its ability. Let's just throw a ball. And its caught. Nickname is Samar. Neutral nature, natural cure. I think that's its worst ability, unfortunately. I've used... Not bad. 31 runs in both special attack and defense. 20 HP. And Rookity, timid. That's not great for a physical attacker, I don't think. Ivy's pretty good speed, HP, and defense. This thing is minimum attack though, which isn't great. So next is Icfalapuss one. This is where things start getting a little tricky. It seems like my best counter to Krabby is my Badu. At speed, potential Oko with Absorb. First I'm gonna take is 2 off the jets. So 18 damage is what I'm taking at most. That brings me down to 16. And that would beat in Yanma, which will either go for Acrobatics or Sonic Boom. It looks like my best answer to that is Vivian, who can take 2 Sonic Booms. 2 max roll crit Acrobatics would kill Vivian, but with an Orange Berry, that's the only way Vivian dies. After 1 speed boost, I still outspeed. After 2 speed boosts, I still outspeed. So no matter what, I'm only taking 2. So my odds of dying are extremely low, but it's still possible. But after that comes in Clobbopus, which does get OK'd by Air Cutter. The question is, do I have a better way of dealing with the Yanma? I have Rookity, which takes a lot from Sonic Boom, and sadly doesn't do a ton with Peck. But if I do bring in Rookity, holding an Orange Berry, and so crit Acrobatics does, well, any amount of damage really, I think, unless it's max roll. But I think, yeah, max roll would bring me down below half and activate Orange Berry. Even then I would be getting off speed boost, so that's probably a bad idea. I don't think I have a better line. This trainer is mostly riskless. There's a very slight chance I was Vivian here. Juniper casually hacking the Matrix just to reach 10% of her true power. That's one way to put it, I guess. Okay, so we always use Absorb here. It always uses Aqua Jet. I do not get the Oko, which is unfortunate. And it should still be fairly high on HP. Metal Beaten Yanma. I think it's interesting that it's holding an Iron Ball. It'd be kind of broken if it weren't though. I'm guessing that's why that's the case. This is either going to be Acrobatics or Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom. Okay, that's good. I'm pretty sure Ingo cannot die now, and the rest of this fight is completely riskless. So now I Air Cutter, which may or may not Oko. It does make things easy. And then Air Cutter should be an Oko on the Clobbopus. Open Butterflies. We are in text, running and funning. Here's the next trainer, the Mediocre one. This is a very odd trainer. Since I have Protect, I think this first one is easy. The outspeed, but with Air Cutter, Protect on the bounce. It's a guaranteed 2-hit KO. Then comes the next Mediocre, which does outspeed me. It has a Focus Sash. Worst case scenario, it uses Hydro Pump and confuses me, and I could just try to chip it with Tackle. I don't want to cut it down too low because then I have to worry about Flail. It looks like both of my grass types have a guaranteed Oko. I just have to worry about confusion. Which for just tanks, pretty much. He still spin the trainer, he did. It kept metronoming useless moves. So so it wasn't really much of an issue. Looks like ads are starting in a few minutes. It should be finished with this battle by then though. Barring really bad confusion luck. Attacked on second turn of bounce. This is Choice Band Bounce Magikarp, which is interesting. Take it out with the second air cutter. Then comes the faster Magikarp, which I think it chipped down with tackle because of its focus sash. Or at least tried to. I do not get confused, okay. I'm at 32 HP. Am I in danger? I am not. I think I switched anyway. Oh, I could stun Spore. It's probably my better option. Guaranteed stun Spore. Yours and Tamara Khafra now. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think Khafra is a little safer. Why not use the Buddy? It does take a little more damage than Turtwig does here. And now thanks to the stun Spore, I get off a guaranteed absorb. Compound Ice is a very nice ability to have. Let's take a look at the next trainer. This is the Minchino one. They're the one with all the attracting Thunder Wave Pokemon. This trainer is very annoying. They also all have cute charm and orange berries. I do have cherry berries now, so that could be useful in this fight. One change they did make in this game to attract is it affects the target regardless of gender. So I can't just use the same gender Pokemon and be immune to it. Because Fanpy has some good options. And Chino, you probably want to leave with Vivian. I don't think Sizzlepede is actually that great into Fanpy. Its damage output is only slightly better. Better than nothing though, I guess. Wait, but it is actually very good into the Jigglypuff. There's no way to plan for this fight and actually have it be consistent. You get out-damaged by Bolt. You damage the Fanpy at least. Guess I'm leaving Bunnelby behind. Alright. This is another battle that's going to take a bit of luck. Or at least not getting terrible luck, so hopefully this goes well. So do I don't think I have a reason to go for Paraflinches. I think they're just very cutter. Is the Oranberry. Underwear, side of Cherryberry. I'm now vulnerable to getting paralyzed. I can at least get off one more egg today. Pretty nice, that's lucky. Cards you don't need Kelp Trust for Run and Bun. I don't think anyone has even made it to late game without using Kelps. I think the furthest anyone's made it is like Flannery. Alright, so here's Jigglypuff. I may as well stay in, I think. I'm not in any danger. Do I stunts for this? Nah, we'll just air cutter. There's the attract. So at the very least it shouldn't be going for attracting. We should probably switch to Tamara. Is this Thunder Wave? Embrace the Cherryberry. Look at that speed. They do. So now I should be able to just take it out with Sludge. Jigglypuffs. I might just slaves the Phanpy. So I just absorbed. Which... the 2-hit KO? Wait, that did slightly less than half, so it didn't activate Oranberry. Okay, am I in danger? This damage, the critical hit stomp can do is 16. And fine to use absorb again. So Oranberry is another attract. So it shouldn't use attract again next turn. I should be fine to switch. I don't have speed though. It takes so much damage from Stomp. This thing does not have Thunder Wave, but honestly it should be fine. You switch to Kafra. Take a Stomp. It'll either go for Stomp again or attract. Okay, it's just Stomp. And I get flinched. That's another RNG, so Battle Gun Deathless. I think next is the boss fight against the Aquagran. Do I have a good answer to this? Is to use Rough Skin, Oranberry, or Cutter does not make contact, so I don't have to worry about Rough Skin. It's most likely going to use Plate into Aquajet, which with an Oranberry should never kill me. So I can just air Cutter twice, and I could go for I think Vivion's better here. Unless Vivian might be better suited to one of the other Pokemon in this fight. I probably want to steal the Krogans Salac Berry so it can never activate. Ooh, Sizzlepine seems like the perfect counter to execute. If I use it to steal Krogans Salac Berry, although I could just stun Spore it. Now what exactly does Salac Berry do? It boosts speed. Okay, it's just one stage. It's not 2 stages. So yeah, if it's paralyzed, then it's going to be very slow. So if I never let it eat its Salac Berry, or if I guess I don't have a reliable way of paralyzing it, do I? Okay, first of all, if I bait, or if I take out Carvana with Vivian, what does that bait? Neither of the others have speed. Pugum does have Fake Out, which I can just protect. I think that just brings in Crawdunk, which should Fake Out, which I can just protect. Then I can stun Spore. I guess the question is, do I take too much damage before that? Or I take double crit. It's 27 plus 18. That's 45 damage. After Oranberry, that leaves me at 9 HP. At 9 HP, Crit, Poison Sting as a single roll to kill. So the odds of that happening, and what's critical hit chance in this game? I should check that. 1 in 16. So the odds of Vivian dying are 1 in 16 to the 6th power, which sounds like fiction to me. Is it really something I want to risk though? Or need to risk is the question. Because even if I do paralyze the Crawdunk, do I have something better to switch into? If I steal its Salac Berry with Blunt Bite, the most amount of damage I can take is 9. If I take 9 damage, 36, 45, that's still an extremely low possibility of Sizzlepede dying to the execute. So I guess the question is, what do we use to finish off the Crawdunk? I don't seem to have anything that matches up super well into it, but for the most part my Pokemon don't match up poorly. As long as it doesn't... as long as it's not able to eat its Salac. My best option seems to be Rickety. I think I'm gonna have to send this. Not bad odds. Yeah, pretty good. It honestly seems like anytime my odds aren't guaranteed, I get nervous. Alright, so I should be fine to just cutter this twice. Should be guaranteed VGen now. That did not crit, so the game should be safe. The screen shows at the worst second. Or did it? Okay, here's Krogong. You can protect the Seiko. I'm safe to paralyze it. And it throws it with like some bad photo if I see it. Okay, and now... on what HP am I at? 27, no, we're in berry. So, 27 needs to eat paralyzed Krogunk. And I could just attack, I think. Because even if it eats its Sarlacc, it's not going to have speed. So it's not going to be able to use Belch. I have a guaranteed 2-hit KO. The worst it can do is Poison Sting me. Crit Poison would be 9 plus. How much does Poison do? 1/8, I think. It is 1/8. 1/8 of 44 would be who it runs down. So I take 14 damage at most. And 2 air cutters is a guaranteed KO. That just brings in Execute, which I have the entire rest of my team to deal with. It's probably my best option. It's a Sala. Oh, welcome, Cricket. Thank you for the raid. No crit, no poison. Makes things easier. Hey, welcome in, Quaker. Attempting to Nuzlocke Run and Bun at the moment. I'm at 23 HP. This is likely to... Okay, what's the most amount of damage this can deal to me? 18 with Confusion. I don't have to worry about self-hit because I have speed. If I take critical hit Bullet Seed, 10 damage at most. I should be perfectly fine to stay in. And I get the crit. Alright, that is the first boss fight done.